This is the Natural History Museum in London, South Kensington. We enter at the Evolution Garden and we see immediately a lot of tree ferns, other ancient plants, and a first dinosaur sculpture and some fossils. After the entrance, we enter the Hinze Hall, where we are amazed by not only this whale skeleton but also these giraffes, and next to it, a blue marlin, one of the 900,000 fishes in the collection of the History Museum. Then first we go to the dinosaur areas, curious as we are, and we see immediately a lot of impressive skulls and also a moving model of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which scared the kids a little bit, and some nesting areas and claws of Torvosaurus, other skeletons that makes you feel tiny, skulls of here Parasaurolophus and the Centrosaurus. Very impressive to see this, that all these creatures lived on the earth, and as said, it makes you feel a little bit tiny standing there. Beautiful, impressive, and yeah, you don't see that every day. So after the dinosaurs, we go on to the mammals, and we start with the egg-laying mammals. The platypus we saw and the echidna. Then mammals with pouches, we saw the koala, the tree kangaroo, quolls, bettongs, wombats, the Tasmanian tiger, very special, or thylacine, spotted cuscus, and the great gray kangaroo to finish with. From there we go to the toothless animals and armadillos, I must say. We saw the sloth and the giant anteater, the three-banded armadillo, the nine-banded, and this is the giant armadillo. I was very pleased to see that one. They get up to 54 kilos and 90 kilos even in captivity. Then we see the pygmy anteater, and next to it the pink fairy armadillo, the smallest armadillo, which eats worms and snails and so on. Then we go to the scaly mammals. This is the giant ground pangolin that gets up to 35 kilos and 80 centimeters long. Next to it there were some tree pangolins. So this is one of the most threatened mammals on Earth because in Asia the scales mean something in the traditional medicines. We see cats, the meat eaters, and on the opposite side the dogs, the opportunists, and this fennec fox has seen better times in the past, I think. Then also impressive, the skeleton of the extinct saber-toothed tiger. This is the African civet, and next to it the large spotted genet or Cape genet. All very nice to see, and just a little part of all the collection. We enter the big hall, the blue whale hall, with a large model. A model is made in 1938, and it is 28 meters long, and again also here it makes you feel tiny. Even the hippos next to it are tiny. Nice explained is the difference between common hippo and dwarf hippo. We see elephants from Africa and Asia, and also the ancestors of the elephants. We see skulls of stegodon and the steppe mammoth and dinotherium, and also the very first ancestor, there it was the Muritherium. Three species of rhinoceros, the black, the white, and the great one-horned rhino. And then we see rock hyraxes and bush hyraxes, and here they are. And the difference is explained, and these are relatives of the elephant and sea cows. On the ceiling also a sperm whale skeleton and dolphins, killer whales, and more whale skeletons, and like the North Atlantic right whale is there, and very impressive to see. Also impressive, this Steller sea cow, which was first described in 1742, And then 27 years later, they had been hunted to extinction. Isn't that sad? So then we see halls, rooms with jars with conserved animals, like here the large mantis shrimps. The mantis is my favorite animal. I got hit once while diving, very painful. We saw uromastics. And you can compare your weight. I had a very, very heavy rucksack, backpack with me, so the blue whale was only 885 times heavier than me. We see a room with invertebrates like mollusks, shells, and corals and crustaceans. And then we come to the fish. From the whale shark, they only had a tiny model. We see jaws of the sand tiger shark and the Port Jackson horn shark. This one, the Ranzinia, the slender sunfish, I would like to see in an aquarium someday. Then the deep sea angelfish, including unattached male. There it is, the little one. And the umbrella mouth gulper that can make his mouth very, very big. We come to the reptiles. We see, of course, a Komodo dragon, some chameleons, also the skeleton, the Galapagos marine iguana, and this is the tuatara, which is not a normal lizard, and the difference between the two is also very well explained, showing the skulls. This is a beautiful snake skeleton. Next to it, a tortoise skeleton. And I didn't see that many amphibians, but this is then the hairy frog from Africa. Next to it, the skeleton of a giant salamander. You can see so much. It is for free, hence it is very busy. And this is the skeleton of a dodo. A Belgian made once a joke. When the Dutch people came to Mauritius, the dodos went extinct voluntarily. This is an Archaeopteryx. And this is the moa, also extinct, from New Zealand. Then in the Hinze Hall, again, we see this blue whale skeleton. The whale is called Hope, and the skeleton is 25 meters long. This is the giant sequoia, and this has lived more than 1,300 years. And it was 101 meters big when they cut it down. We enter a large hall with minerals, all the minerals that you can think of. I show some beautiful ones, and we all know the names, of course, like, for example, the black shiny one that is a stibnite. And no, I don't know the names, really not. But these are some beautiful ones. This is the stibnite. And this is a gold, but a fake nugget. And yeah, all the colors that you want. And is this then the largest diamond on Earth? I mean, this one? No, it is just calcite. Okay. Meteors, I found them very impressive. These are stone meteors, and these are the iron meteors. And even later we see another big meteor. It shouldn't fall on your house though, no? And then we go on to the creepy crawlies, and we get info about 4 classes of arthropods, about the tools that they use. Here, my favorite animal, the praying mantis, and also each class in special is talked about. We saw arachnids, and what is living in your house, like these bugs and moths and so on. You can all learn that in the Natural History Museum. This is how a spider sees a fly. We see a nice display with the coconut crab, Birgus latro, very beautiful. And then we see the giant Tasmanian crab next to tiny water fleas. And next to it also the Japanese spider crabs, 3.7 meters from toe to toe. And then last we can see the carnivorous centipedes next to the veggie millipedes. Also the difference is explained. There's many places to eat. This is next to the T-Rex restaurant, and you can also buy souvenirs at a lot of places. And here we see a lot of fossils of marine animals, also very impressive. And at the end we see a giant ground sloth skeleton, Megatherium americanum. It was up to 6 meters long. Then the birds, of course the birds, and here we could find a dodo, stuffed, let's say, and also some very rare birds, the rufous-necked hornbill or the shoebill hare. And from the first one, there are no zoos in Europe that keep the animal. We can find some info on the feet and wings and feathers and beaks and bills, and this is a nice display that shows over 300 hummingbirds. Very, very impressive. At the other entrance, at the other side of the building, we see a stegosaurus. We can learn more about the earth and we can experience earthquake. Yeah, it's mostly for the kids. We learn about the beginning of life and evolution, also about the evolution of us humans, and seeing all these skeletons of ape-like ancestors is very impressive. So I hope you liked the video. We now leave via the evolution garden and see some Volumia pine trees. Hope you liked the video and see you in the next Zoo Wild YouTube. Till then, bye bye.